Hi there, and welcome to MS-DOS Game Reviews, where we take a look at ancient games and play them for a little bit, and maybe give a little bit of an impression at the end, see if we liked it or not. So today we are looking at Microsoft Flight Simulator version 3. So we've looked at previous versions of Simulator, and this one is way advanced. 320 kilobyte download, of course, so that expands into something a little bit bigger. Some screenshots, as you can see, resolutions are getting much higher. There's also some black and white modes for people with lesser computers at the time. Look at this guy, good enough to prepare me to start flight school in 89 and 90. So people were actually using this flight simulator as a proper teaching tool. And you can see later on the graphics were much better. But we are in 1988 and this was just released. So without much further ado, let's go take a look at the thing itself. Let's just boot it up. So normally you'd stick in 2 no questions asked startup, but for today we'll just do 1 and look at the menu. So here you can see it was made for the IBM PC and PS2, and these are all the different monitors that came out with the PCs. We are doing M for VGA 16 color, but there you can see a Hercules in color and EGA. The EGA 16 color and VGA 16 color look to be identical. Of course, the VGA supported much more than 16 colors, but that's besides this point. So we'll do M, and then we'll do a regular flight, and my function keys are on the top, so that's a B. And do you want it to be logged? I'm going to say no. Do you want a mouse? Yes. And there we are. We are on a runway, idling away. There's my mouse. And with the right keys, I can have my flappy flaps. Proper. F4 gives us full throttle, and we're away. So this is the same as any other flight simulator. It really tries to be realistic, and here you can see the graphics are greatly enhanced. So we're still tapping away by the keyboard. Oh, when you see that sort of thing, that's your flappies doing their thing. In there. Gear for gear up. F5 for flaps flat. And we can now look at where we are. It does have a good feel to it. It feels very flighty. The feedback is really good, especially considering the era of when this was released. There are a couple of scenarios where you could load in the different cities and so on. It's nothing like Microsoft Simulator now, which just uses real imagery of all the cities, so you can actually go see your home. But this is not bad. This is not bad at all. A couple of high buildings, of course. If you're familiar with the area, you'd be able to see what was in that area. Sorry, let's turn this plane around. Okay, so then if you press 2, you've got different views, so you've got different windows for cockpits and zooms and whatever. So I can press escape and carry on flying. So you get some outside views as well, which is pretty much standard for flight simulators. If I had played this for much longer, I'd actually have gotten familiar with the keys a bit better. For me, I'm not too much of a flight simulator fundy. It's a little bit low on action. I was more in the space simulators where you fly around space and people are shooting at you. That's much more fun. This is just sort of exploring, and I suppose for the time that's great. Not much more to add, I'm afraid. Let's see if I can bring this aeroplane in. That's something I haven't attempted in a while. That's going to be like a crazy approach. I missed it. Don't fly my airline. I think it's going to be a water landing. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. There we go. So what do I think of the game? Well, there's plenty of options to pick from. If you look at nav, there's a lot of stuff to look at. So very immersive, very time-consuming, very accurate flight simulator. If you like flight simulators, this is a good one. If you don't like flight simulators, not so good. But I'm going to call it here and say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. But in the meantime, you guys have a fantastic day, and goodbye.